Welcome back to the show.
Back to the show, friends.
My name's Jace.
And I'm Brailee. If
On
this
the
is your
daily.
first episode with us, yeah, Brailee on the daily. If this is your first episode with us, welcome. And honestly, don't even bother listening to the other ones. Just start with this one and move forward with us.
Wow, I think our past ones are the golden years.
All right, okay. So then which one is your favorite
More
of
like-
the past ones that we've done?
More like the golden months.
The golden months. The golden,
Um,
it has happened over 3 years, but it's only been like 6 episodes.
Yeah. My favorite episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be 80 years around the world
I
in 40 days.
was literally going to say that same one too.
That was a good one.
80 years around the world in 40 days. That is the exact same title I was also going to give that fake movie.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh,
Not. I was going to call it the correct thing.
around the world in 80 days.
Got him. You got him.
But I've been thinking, Brailee, about our name. You know?
Are you going to change our podcast name?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I was just thinking unruly and unprepared. Like, I feel like we bring a lot of unprepared energy, but not a lot of unruly energy.
Not enough chaotic, unruly
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, what's your thoughts on the death penalty? But we watched a movie.
We did.
It's called Irish How to Train a Dragon. No, it's called Wolfwalkers 2020. That's what it was. I forgot.
All right, I'm ready. Let's continue.
Okay. But I'll just start with like just like the premise of the film,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll go into like what like anecdotes of like what each of us thought, and then we'll
I like
go
it.
into two specific discussion points. Of if you have any, you can bring that up.
I read a whole article this morning that was like 33 minutes to read from one of the animators of this movie.
Oh,
Are
wow!
you so proud of me?
You're more prepared than I am, actually.
I read half of it.
Oh, okay. 15 minutes worth of.
But still, that was
Reading.
a lot of attention for me, especially considering the fact I finished the movie this morning and then read an article.
Yeah,
I'm killing it.
I only watched the movie this morning. That's it.
Can't. I'm only bringing the unruly energy, not the unprepared. I am so prepared.
Yeah.
Oh, also, can I just give one little description for our visual listen for our? If this is an audio medium, but Jace has a nice setup. He's got nice headphones. He's got a nice microphone. I have a $12 microphone from Amazon that is currently clipped to a bottle of my like face stuff that helps me not get pimples that I am holding up to my mouth right now.
But
We
you're
are
looking
we are
great
on
doing it.
2 levels. And also, I don't really have very many pimples because I use this stuff all the time. Paula's Choice, baby. Not
Yeah.
sponsored, but maybe one day.
And to the audio listeners, I do have a few pimples. So
Also, do some Paula's Choice. Not sponsored, but maybe someday.
maybe someday.
Also, are they all you're not uploading video, right?
Nope.
They're all audio listeners.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
There's not a single video listener.
Not a single non-audio listener out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're reading the transcript. Is there a transcript?
I
No.
think YouTube automatically makes a transcript.
Okay.
It's probably not 100% accurate, but it'll give you a decent idea.
Hi, transcript users. All right. Okay. That was it.
Okay. But to those that don't know, Wolfwalkers is it's a movie. It's an animated film. It's an Irish production, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's set in Ireland as well. It's about this girl named Robin. She's an English girl, and she lives in this town with her father, who is a wolf hunter, because like the local wolf population's like causing trouble for the humans and everything. But then Robin goes into the forest one day through a bunch of wacky events, and then finds a young girl named Maeve, who is a Wolfwalker, which means that she can turn into a wolf and does a lot of walking. But but then it's just a story about like you know how like the wolves aren't actually bad and how wolfwalkers aren't actually bad. But yeah, that's the premise.
Because they're living in this English town under the protection of the, is it the Lord Protector? Is that what they call him?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like super gung ho for destroying everything that's not English, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which includes the wolves. Also, the Wolfwalkers, they turn into wolves when they sleep. And then their little human bodies are just left while they're running around like wolves.
Is it when they're asleep?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I thought at first it was when it was at night. But then it breaks that. And then I was like, I don't understand how this wolf powers work.
It's when they're sleeping.
That makes sense.
When they're snoozing.
They never get to actually sleep.
That sounds horrific. I was literally thinking that when like Robin first turned into spoiler alert, when Robin first also turned into a wolfwalker, and Maeve was like, why sleep when you can then be a wolf? And I was like, because sleep is amazing and I like sleeping.
Because I don't want to have to be conscious for my whole life.
Right, I'm conscious 24/7 now? No thanks.
Yeah.
Sleep is my escape.
So, I'll start with you, Brailee. What do you think about this movie? Just give me a short little thing of, yeah.
That's a good movie. Do you remember, what's the rating? Is it PG or is it PG-13?
It's PG.
I figured PG. But like, okay, so let me.
Kind of violent.
Yes, let me paint a picture for you. I actually watched the first 45 minutes of this movie about 6 months ago.
Okay.
I started with Hudson. We woke up in the morning at one point, and I love the song in there, Running with the Wolves, and have literally since it came out, and it was being advertised with that, but then I didn't have Apple TV, and so I just never watched it. And then about 6 months ago, we got Apple TV, and we started watching it. And about 45 minutes in, Hudson was, first of all, super bored. And second of all, I was like, this is really violent. There's a lot of, like, just really wanting to kill everyone in it. And I'm a little sad. So then I stopped watching it. And then you texted me, like, 3 days ago, and you were like, we're doing Wolfwalkers. And I was like, well, I guess I need to go watch the other hour. So this morning, Hudson and I finished the other hour. And it was still violent and sad. But the animation is really cool. It's a little trippy. I don't, because it's like, it's fully 2D, right? Like, is that 2D animation?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's definitely 2D. I don't know if it's 100% 2D, but mostly 2D.
Yeah. And then, so, I don't remember thinking this, like, when I first started it and watched the first 45 minutes. But literally when we started it this morning and I pressed play, I was like, huh, this is real flat. Like there's no, it's all 2D. And then when they were trying to when they did aerial shots, it was real funky. Like, it was cool and it worked.
Yeah.
But when they did, like, aerial shots of the town, I was like, bro, it's all flat. That's so weird.
It's like when it's like, when the perspective should be like bird view. It's like that the walls that, like, walls of like a house or whatever, they'll be standing up when they should be, you know, when you're seeing things from a bird's eye view, they should be narrow and, you know.
Right,
You know
you
what I'm trying
shouldn't
to
be
say?
looking at the face of the house when
Yeah,
you're
you
looking
shouldn't
at
be
it from
looking
a
at the
bird's eye
face.
view.
Yeah, you should be
looking
looking
at
at
the
the top.
roof. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but you're not. You're looking at the face of like the castle just like
Yeah.
pushed down and squished. It's like somebody took like those pop-up books and just laid it
Mm-hmm.
down,
Yeah.
and then you're looking at it from the, like that's what it looked like. And so it was a little trippy. It was interesting. And then when they did like the
Yeah.
multiple perspectives, so like where they had it in like 3 different screens, and like you were watching different parts of the movie,
Oh yeah.
different things going on in the different spots. I like was
Yeah.
having a really hard time following it, to be completely honest with you. but I mean, like, it was cool. It's definitely the
Very
first time I've seen that kind of thing being done.
Very stylish film.
Yeah. And so that was, I mean, that was really cool. That was cool to see like some different stuff. But yeah, it was a little trippy, a little violent. And then so then obviously like I started Googling. I was like, I know the English were really bad to the Irish, so what exactly happened? Because that's 100% what this movie is about.
Yeah.
I was like, this
Yeah.
isn't about the English just trying to kill some wolves. This is about the English driving out the Irish. I know it for sure. So I did some Googling, and then
Yeah.
I got extra sad because I found out. I mean, it's probably stuff that I've learned in school before, but just haven't like retained. But yeah, so that was pretty. It's a good movie. Like, it's well done. I like the music. The animation is super cool, but also at the same time, just like, so sad.
It ends happy though.
I mean, they still had to leave.
Yeah.
They still got driven out.
But they left the imperialists. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they killed the head honcho.
They did.
Yeah.
He was spurting all of his. And I think what really got me was like all of the religious stuff that he was spurting the whole time he was doing it.
Yeah.
And that would just makes me so mad when people use religion to do horrible, terrible things. It just grinds my gears, baby.
They call him the Lord Protector.
Yep.
And it's also kind of like he's the Lord. He's the embodiment of like horrible religious acts.
So actually, also, since I did some Googling to the horrible thing, he is based off of Oliver Cromwell, I believe is the name, who was like a real Puritan English guy who like drove out the Irish, and he was called the Lord Protector as well. And so I don't know if it was really like, I didn't do enough research into the name, if it was like more of like the title because they used Lord and Lady in those times, or if it really was in relation to like the Lord. Do you know?
I don't know. I just assumed that when they're always talking about the Lord, you gotta obey the Lord and everything. Yeah. I assumed that it had a double meaning.
I think in the movie it definitely does, but it was also interesting. I
don't think in real past
right.
English society it meant that.
But yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah. But just going back to your synopsis a little bit too. So like Robin finds Maeve and everything, and Maeve is like during this whole time kind of transitioning between being a wolf and being a little girl when she falls asleep and everything, but her human body is in the arms of her mother, who has remained a wolf this whole time because she's missing. Like her mom as a wolf is missing, and so she hasn't come back to her body. And so Maeve is like, my mammy, it was so cute, my mammy is out and about, and like she'll be back at some point, but they're trying to drive us out, and she's gonna take us to safety, and blah 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 blah, and like that's like a huge point of it. And Robin's like, I'll help you find your mom. And then what happens, Jace?
They find her mom?
Yeah, where do they find her mom, Jace?
Oh, she's in a cage in her wolf form. She's in a cage in the Lord Protector's like
in
quarters or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, and also Maeve bit Robin. We are all out of whack with this
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Robin wanted to prove that she was as cool as her dad and could do stuff, so she went out to go hunt down wolves, and then Maeve attacked her while she was out there and bit her, and then Maeve healed it with her magic. But spoiler alert, she didn't. It turned Robin into a Wolfwalker too. Now she turns into a wolf when she falls asleep. And then her dad almost killed her.
Okay. Yep. Yep. I think we should start. What about like what do you think of like the father and the relationship that like Robin and the father have?
It's frustrating, but you can also see it from both perspectives.
Yeah.
He's just over here trying to keep her safe and trying to do what he thinks is best. So he's like sending her off to the castle to be a scullery maid and like doesn't want her out in the forest because it's dangerous. And she's over here like, but Wolfwalkers are real and stop trying to kill the wolves and they'll leave if we just talk to them. And he's like, get out of here. Go mop the floor. And like he really is just trying to keep her safe, but he's also not listening to her and it's really, really annoying.
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting because, like, he's not like, he's never like a cruel guy.
No, he's not
Like,
doing it to be mean at all.
yeah.
He's just trying his best.
He's just trying his best in a world where he's an underling.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Also, like, he has more power than her, but he still does not have, like, any power, really.
uh-huh.
Like, in society.
Yeah. And I think this movie is very much like what I mentioned before, very much like How to Train a Dragon. In that you've got a young zealous person who wants to go hunt creatures, and their father also hunts these creatures, and they go out and then they discover that the creatures aren't actually as vicious as was told to them or as seen.
Yep.
So like the relationship between like Hiccup and Hiccup's dad, like
Stoic.
yes, I didn't know his name, Stoic. They kind of share similarities between Robin's dad.
Yeah, definitely.
Except that Hiccup's dad is sometimes cruel. Like, like when he locks him up in the first movie, he locks him up in the little thing, and he's like, "You're not my son anymore."
I also don't know that I would call cruel, like, Stoic cruel either. I think he was also trying to do the best that he could do. I think he also just came from,
Yeah.
it's like a rather violent,
Saying that he's cruel is kind of not right. I would say what that act he does is cruel, but I don't think he's a cruel person, cruel character.
Yeah.
But yeah, Robin's father, he's never the center of like hate. It's always the Lord, protector. And I think it's interesting that it is that way because, like we said before, it like gives it just further goes through that point of like this guy's just trying to make it through the world with his daughter as a single father, trying his best in a world that is cruel and where he doesn't get treated fairly and stuff.
Did you know Sean Bean plays the dad?
Oh, in this movie? In the
Yeah.
Wolfwalkers?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see it now. I can hear it now.
Sheen Bean. And he didn't die.
He does a good job. Yeah, he didn't die. Good on him.
Good on him. Spoiler alert, guys. Not dead.
The dad is kind of dumb, isn't he? Like,
But I think it's a good example of how, like, being told one thing, maybe your whole life, and your whole life being run by fear, isn't the best thing, because you don't make the greatest decisions.
yeah.
Like, literally these people their entire lives have just been told that these wolves are bad, that they're super duper dangerous, that we have to, like, kill them off, and everything that the Lord Protector does and, like, tells them about is just, like, out of fear. He's governing through fear. And so that never really works out super well.
Fear mongering.
Yeah, people don't make great decisions when they are fearful.
Yeah. But at his job, he kind of isn't good.
Oh, can't catch a single wolf. Nope.
Yeah.
Real bad wolf catcher.
I think he shoots 2 wolves in the entire movie, and they're not all that impressive. Neither of them die. But not that I wanted them to die. But
right. Didn't want the second one to die for sure.
He's not good at his job, which I thought was funny. Because, like, I never felt any tension of, like...
is he gonna get her?
Is he gonna get her? Yeah.
Nope, he's just real bad at his job. He's really not gonna get her.
Yeah. The Lord Protector is like, you've got 2 days to clear the forest of wolves. And he probably didn't kill a single wolf during those days.
36 hours later, he's like, I can do it! Please!
Yeah.
He's like, I haven't gotten a single one yet, but I got 12 hours left. I'll get all of them in the next 12 hours.
I could do it. In 2 days, no time at all.
No. That was ridiculous timelines set upon him. He was destined to fail.
He was set up to fail.
It's true.
By English people. The worst people to ever live. No.
You best edit that one out.
No, but like, if Nazi Germany never existed, Britain would go down as the worst nation in history. The most evil.
No cap, baby.
No cap.
Probably I say that with the grain of salt of I literally have not taken any history class of any kind in over 10 years. Not that history classes teach us everything, but...
No. You don't need to. I mean, like, the British have, like, touched every people in the world. They had, like, the opioid wars in China. They had, they went to India and screwed crap up over there. They introduced, like racism into Africa. They're the worst people.
Have you seen the joke, though? That they raided every country for all of their spices and then refused to use any of them?
That's good.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That's good. Yeah, where is the seasoning?
Beans and toast, baby.
Yeah, that's ungodly. That's terrible. What'd you think of, like, Wolfovision?
Oh, where they can, like, see smells?
Yeah.
Yes, Jace, I remember that. I watched this movie this morning.
I was just making sure you knew what I was referring to. But
yeah, no, I thought it was cool.
I think it's cool looking.
I think it's cool. I think it's a good way of visualizing. I mean, obviously, we don't really know how it looks for dogs and wolves and stuff to smell things, but like our smell is not that good, so there's no way of us being able to really envision like smelling that well. So using it in a visual, using it in a visual capacity was really smart because I was like, I understand where you're going with this.
It just looks pretty.
It was beautiful.
Especially when they're running, and it's kind of borderline sensory overload, but it's still pretty.
But in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Did they give any, because I watched the first 45 minutes 6 months ago, did they give any really, like, backlore to how, like, the Wolfwalkers started or anything? Can't remember if at the beginning they talked about that at all.
No.
I didn't think so.
They just all they had to do with the Wolfwalkers at the beginning is have Maeve healed that one guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Maeve and her mom both have like the most glorious red hair that has ever existed
Yeah.
in cinema.
The most
That's pretty cool.
poofiest hair.
It was like as big as them. It was great.
Yeah. Probably bigger than Maeve. In her case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it. So yeah, tell me why you chose this one. So for those who don't know, Jace just tells me what movies to watch.
Oh.
And then I watch them. So why did you choose this one?
I chose this one because back in 2020, when it came out, people were like, this movie's really good. And then I put it on my to watch list, and it stayed there for 3 years. And then I was like, okay, let's do a movie for the podcast. I'll look at my watch list, my to watch list, and I was like, okay, this one looks like a baby movie that Brailee will love. No, that's not the reason. I was just like,
Was that a little bit of the reason?
It was because it would be easy because it's PG.
I can watch it around my kid.
Yeah.
I don't have to find a secret time to watch it.
There's no intense violence. Yeah. Not intense. There's violence.
Not intense.
No.
Just a lot of talking about inciting violence was mostly what it was. And then setting the entire forest on fire.
That was cool. Not the act, but the scene.
The scene was cool. Yeah. But yeah, so that's why.
Yeah.
How many movies are on your to watch list, Jace?
Let's go to letterboxd.com. I'm signing in. My password is just kidding. I have 27 films on my to watch list.
Oh, that's not as many as I thought it was going to be.
No, I removed a lot because I was like, actually, I don't really have that much of an interest to see these movies. I was just being pressured by society.
Ugh. The worst.
The worst.
Just like society was trying to pressure them into killing all the wolves.
Society is always the bad guy. You probably haven't seen it, but Princess Mononoke, have you ever heard that movie?
Say it again. Princess what?
Princess Mononoke.
No.
It's kind of like this movie. The people are destroying the forest, and the forest is kind of getting mad.
I just Googled it, and one of the top things is, why is Princess Mononoke a masterpiece?
Yeah. People like it.
Yeah.
You see the poster? Princess Mononoke with blood all over her face?
Yeah, where it looks like she's smiling, like a bloody smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little intense for the first image that I just saw, Googling it. Do you like the animation?
Yeah. It's a very pretty movie.
Mm-hmm. The colors are like super deliberate and
very vibrant.
Bright. Vibrant, thank you. That's the word I couldn't think of.
The fire looks pretty cool as well.
The fire looks cool. Like, a lot of it is dark, like the castle and the it's actually very interesting because the castle and like the town is obviously like real dark colors. And like, yeah,
Bland.
Depressed. Yeah. Everyone's sad. But I love it when you go into the forest because then all the colors are so vibrant. And like you've got all the greens and stuff, and then like Maeve's hair is so red and her mom's hair is so red, and like their eyes are all different colors too, and like it's just it's a good way of like differentiating the two, which I think is super cool.
Yeah. It's super cool.
Good artistry.
Definitely some talented people worked on this bad boy.
And one of them is named, wait, there we go. One of the Maidagan. It's Ikeer. That's his first name. Maidagan. Maidagan. That is his last name. That is the animator who worked on this film that I read half of that article from. It's called Wolfwalkers, the story behind the story. And mostly he's just talking about the process of like what it was to work on this, to create this story, like as an animator, as somebody who is part of the team and type stuff. But apparently he got to read the script like before his interview, which is like very uncommon. And he came on towards the beginning of the project of like turning it into a movie, and they were already on like their 5th draft of a script, which is also super weird. Or super like strange for them.
Must have been a talented guy if they let him read the script before interviewing. Is that what you said? Yeah.
I think it was like part of his interviewing process was like reading the script. But
and telling them how much.
Yeah, they were supposed to have this movie done way before 2020. Which I feel like is the story always, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that always the story? Yeah. Do you want me to send you this article?
Sure.
Just a bit of light reading.
Movies always getting delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Except that this movie came out during the time when movies were getting delayed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's cool, and there's like a lot of like storyboard pictures on here.
Oh, like the humans that they animate. They're all super like expressive and very fluid. Their environment.
Yeah. I would definitely say like it's rated PG, it's animated, but I would say it's definitely like an older kids movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hudson, towards those first 45 minutes, we turned it off at the 45-minute mark because he was done. 6 months later, he's a little bit older. He lasted another 45 minutes. I had to push him through the last 15 because he was like, I want breakfast. And I was like, in 15 minutes, I have to finish this movie. So.
He doesn't like it as much as Cars.
But like, yeah, but he's only 3. So a lot of like the themes and a lot of the dialogue and everything is just going over his head anyway. So I would say like 7, 8 and up is probably going to be like your lower threshold for being interested in being able to follow the story for what it is. Or a 5 or 6-year-old if you've got a really perceptive 5 or 6-year-old.
If your kid really likes dogs and wolves, they'll probably like it.
Maybe.
Why not?
They might be sad. Might not be the best one to show them if they love dogs and wolves, Jace. With a bunch of people trying to kill the dogs and wolves the whole time.
Not that I can remember, not a single wolf dies on the screen.
I think you might be right.
I think I am. A few get injured, but...
Mm-hmm. But then they get healed with magic.
Mm-hmm. Bit overpowered, but yeah.
That we have no context for.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, is there like a backstory? Like, how did they get magical?
Can Robin and the dad do that, you think? Oh, wait.
Be magical?
No. Heal.
I mean,
I guess
Robin helped heal.
Yeah, they helped, didn't they?
They both did. Oh, yeah, because the dad also gets bitten and becomes a Wolfwalker.
Yeah.
And then they go relocate to happily ever after.
Mm-hmm. And Robin and Maeve's parents, they seem to like each other at the end.
Yeah. Bill and Maeve's mom. I don't think we ever actually get a name for Maeve's mom.
Dang. That's what it's like being a woman in film.
Obviously. I was thinking that while watching it. I was like, she's just Maeve's mom. Bill gets a whole name. It's not a good one, but it's a name.
I don't even remember anyone calling him Bill, though.
I'm trying to remember. They definitely called him by his last name, but I don't remember if they called him Bill.
What's his last name?
Holtprees.
Bill Goodfellow.
Yeah, Goodfellow. He definitely called him Goodfellow a lot. The Lord Protector did. By the way, this is the guy that plays the Lord Protector. His name is Simon McBurney. This is his poor IMDb photo.
Yeah.
Could you have come up with a better one, please?
The barber messed him up.
Poor guy looks terrible.
Well, he showed up to like a red carpet event like that.
It looks like it was from the 90s. You can't blame anyone for what they looked like in the 90s. All of those photos should be burned. That's it? We exhausted it?
I think so. It's honestly like too good of a film.
Yeah, there's not really anything to like argue against. Like the story was well developed.
Mm-hmm.
It was real sad.
Yep.
But there was like nothing wrong with the story, especially since, and I think a lot of it is because it's steeped in real life events. They didn't really have to make anything up. They just, instead of it being Irish people, made them wolves.
Uh-huh.
And that was literally it.
Yeah.
So, it's
Have you
a
seen-
story, and they told it well, and the visuals were great.
Have you seen that video of the old Irish lady? Some interviewer like asks her a question or something about Margaret Thatcher, and the old lady's like, I would stick her with a stake in the heart to make sure she's dead.
No.
No, it's pretty awesome. Irish people definitely have a reason to hate English people, and especially Margaret Thatcher, which was not a good prime minister. I guess it's the thumbs up time. Right?
It's thumbs up or down time.
Yeah. We rate 0 to wait, no. How do we do this? It's 2 thumbs up is the max, right?
Is that what we did for Dune 2?
That's what we did for 80 Days Around the World.
Around the world in 80 days.
Okay. I get it.
I wish this was a visual medium so that people could have seen the face you just made of me right now.
I'm so sick of hearing that stupid title.
Absolute exasperation.
I like the movie, but I hate that title.
Even though it tells you exactly what you're getting into. It's perfect.
That's fine.
No. Just small antidotes are, I need to take notes next time so I remember all of the things that I'm thinking while I watch the movie. So that I have more to talk about.
I give this movie, I give it 2 thumbs up.
What are we rating it on? Like, it's a good movie. Like 2 thumbs up for the movie itself. Probably 1 thumb up because I'm probably never going to watch it again because it made me sad.
Damn. I would watch this movie again.
Yeah. I'm a 1 thumb up. 2 for the visuals and the storyboarding and just like all of that. 1 thumb up for the just like me.
Wow. You're a monster.
Well, I'm just we're taking this. So
I hope an Irish person breaks into your house.
So just the format of this podcast is changing a little bit. Don't worry. We're still unruly and unprepared. Maybe I'll start taking notes in the future. Probably not. But we're just going to be doing movie reviews from now on, correct? Is that what we decided?
Mm-hmm.
And Jace, for the most part, will be picking the movies. Every once in a while, I'm going to be throwing in, like, A Bug's Life or 101 Dalmatians.
Yo, 101 Dalmatians is sick.
A Bug's Life is also sick, Jace.
Okay.
I love A Bug's Life.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a good movie. So every once in a while, just to watch a movie like that I want to. But, Jace, tell the people what you're studying in school right now.
I'm doing a little financing. No,
The worst.
I'm studying film.
What?
More specifically,
Film, you say?
digital cinema productions.
My goodness. And I am just your run-of-the-mill movie watcher. So that's why my thumb up was 1. Because it's a good movie, good visuals. But as just a run-of-the-mill movie watcher, a little sad, probably won't watch it again.
I still don't get it. It ends with like the most ideal ending, bro.
It's the last 30 seconds.
What?
The last 30 seconds is ideal and happy. That's literally it. Everything else is real upsetting.
That's how movies work.
No, it's not.
They're about conflict. Yeah. And
No,
there's
okay,
good moments.
fine.
There's
We're
good
doing
moments.
A Bug's Life
there-
next.
there's good moments in the middle. What about when
So,
Robin turns into a wolf and then goes running with the wolves tonight?
oh, yeah, right after her dad tried to shoot her 37 times because he thought she was a wolf.
Well, it's conflict and then
Alright.
release.
This is
That's how that
too much.
works.
We are in the outro, sir, and this is good luck editing. Glad that's your job and not mine.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hard edit.
Yeah, I don't think this is our greatest episode, but stick with us, friends, because we're gonna continue from the film boy's perspective, and then the just your run of the mill user who sometimes likes movies and sometimes doesn't,
Me too.
with no rhyme or reason.
Oh, not me.
That's the that's the difference there.
Everyone's got a reason, but mine are more better and awesomer and
Technical.
more pretentious.
Yes. Yeah. From your pretentious person and your not so pretentious person.
I feel like I'm not pretentious in animated movies. I don't know diddly squat about animation. It's magic, honestly.
Honestly, true.
Yeah.
It is magic.
Those people are given
But
God-given abilities.
something else you can do is comment on our episodes, friends, and tell us what movies you would like us to watch and then review.
Let's break that 0 comment streak.
Let's do it. Break the 0 comments. Caleb, I'm looking at you.